Have you ever had that feeling something's crawling on you, but no one believes you? A few years ago, I spent a weekend glued to my computer, surviving on coffee and energy drinks, barely sleeping. And that's when it started. Every so often, I'd feel a tiny itch on my arms, like a loose hair falling. I brushed it off, but soon it became more frequent. At first, I thought it was just the insomnia or the caffeine, until I noticed something terrifying: tiny spiders crawling on my arms. Not hallucinations, real spiders. Then I saw their webs glistening in the light, floating across my vision. And the source? A small hole in the ceiling. Hundreds of baby spiders pouring out. One night, coming home from work, I walked straight into a massive spider web. I looked down, 20, 30 baby spiders covering me. And the parents? Perched on my front door, the size of my hand. I ran inside, stripped my clothes, jumped in the shower, watching the tiny creatures fall from my hair. It was absolute chaos. Then came the worst. My phone battery was dying, so I reached under my bed for the charger and felt something squishy. At first I thought it was trash, but then hundreds of tiny legs began crawling up my arm, a baby spider sack, and an enormous mother spider living under my bed. I screamed, jumped in the shower, and finally called my parents. I started waking in the middle of the night, sensing something huge crawling on me. Half asleep, terrified, I'd fling off the covers. Nothing there. I convinced myself it was dreams, until the very next night, when the biggest spider I'd ever seen, bigger than a tarantula, crawled across my arm and vanished under the bed. Visiting my grandma, exhausted from work, I fell asleep on the rickety guest bed. Flipping the pillow to the cool side, I pressed my face down and felt a furry, indescribable object. Jumping back, I saw a full-grown huntsman spider staring at me from my pillow. I scrambled to the other side of the bed. The spider vanished. I still think it's lurking somewhere in that house. Sometimes things you think are harmless are far more real than you imagine.